Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Inglês no Cru Rádio. Alexia, how you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I am tired, my leg hurts, but I'm good. I can't complain.
That's good.
Except about my leg. I can complain about my leg because it hurts.
But we are not here to talk about your leg.
No, we are here to talk about reading and books. So in the last episode of Inglês no Cru Rádio, Alexia presented this very interesting list about how to read more, and I wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
So Alexia, can you hit me with the first point in the list?
Throw your phone in the ocean or keep it in airplane mode.
Okay, I love this idea of throwing your phone in the ocean, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, Alexia, what do you think about the idea of keeping your phone on airplane mode?
I think it doesn't help anything. I think that if you really want to read and concentrate, you should keep your phone in another room, like a different room than you are.
Another room.
Another room.
Another room. If you missed last episode, I threatened to throw Alexia's phone in the ocean
You're
if
not
she
doing that.
mispronounced the schwa one more time. No, te amo, amor. So, I agree the best situation is not to have a phone involved in the reading process. That's a good general rule. But I think there are some benefits to airplane mode. First, saves a lot of battery.
Yeah, but you can leave it in our airplane mode,
On airplane mode.
on airplane mode, away from you. Like while it's charging and you are reading, you don't have to be next to your phone, you know?
Yeah. I'm just saying, if your phone is on airplane mode, you're not going to receive notifications. You can't get on the internet, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
it helps. But the point of this first point, if you want to read, just leave your phone for a little while. Yeah.
I think it helps. I've been reading now a new book.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why are you laughing?
No, when you start it, it's like I've been reading now for, I was expecting like 2 months. It sounds like you just learned how to read.
No. And every time that I start reading is always before bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
And my phone is like inside the gaveta from the drawer. Drawer.
Yes, perfect.
And I don't look at it at all.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, Alexia, anything else to say about point number 1?
No.
Okay, point number 2.
Carry a book with you at all times.
What do you think about this idea?
I think that for me wouldn't work at all because I don't have a Kindle. You are the one who have a Kindle. So
Okay, can I stop you really quick? First, you said, for me, wouldn't work. In this situation, you need to say, for me, it wouldn't work.
okay.
Or this would not work for me. And then you said, I don't have a Kindle. You
are the one who have a Kindle.
Yeah, exactly. You are the one that has a Kindle
Okay.
because you are speaking to the one. So it's not you have a Kindle,
Yeah.
right?
You are the one who has a Kindle.
Isso.
So to carry my book like it's a huge book, it would be very painful for my back because usually I'm going to co-working and coming back from co-working and I have my computer and I have everything on my backpack. So maybe it's an excuse, but I don't know.
I would say kind of an excuse because the book you are reading is a relatively big book, but it's not like an encyclopedia, you know?
No, but when you think about it, like I like to read at my safe place. I like to read at home. I like to read at a specific time of a day. I don't like to read here at the co-working, for example, with everyone and it's really loud. I don't know.
I think this is what the person who created this list was trying to recommend, that if you always carry a book,
You'll find.
you'll have a lot more time, more spaces. Sometimes when you are walking to work, maybe you will say, oh, that's a nice little bench. I will just sit and read a chapter of my book. You'll find a lot more time and you won't just read, 20 minutes before you go to bed.
Yeah, you're right. And the person who did this list is called Austin Kleon.
Austin Kleon.
I think it's Kleon. It's Kleon.
Kleon. Yeah, no idea. But okay, I agree with Austin. I would add that a Kindle could be acceptable, or even a magazine, perhaps. Just something that is not your phone that you could enjoy during your day.
Okay, next one.
Go for it.
Have another.
Perfect.
Have another book ready before you finish the one you're reading.
Okay. Do you agree with this point?
I think that you can have an idea of like, I want to read this authors.
Mm-hmm. Authors.
Next novel. I want to change the subject. Instead of reading another like romance, I want to read, I don't know, Agatha Christie.
Yeah. So normally when you say romance, you really want to say novel.
Novel.
And in English, we say Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. Maybe you have an idea of what you would like to read, but I understand what he's saying here. Like to not lose the habit and not lose time. Like you are and you are reading right now, and when you finish, you want to continue reading. That's why you don't have to lose time to like find another one and spend another 2 weeks without a book.
Right. So I would say two things. First, you would say waste time. You don't have to waste time looking for another book. Okay. You said you don't have to lose time.
Yeah. Waste time. Yeah.
So I hear the point. I understand it. But for me personally, I don't think it's the best recommendation because I lose focus very easily. And I know that if I'm reading a book and it's taking me some time and maybe there's a chapter that's kind of boring, but the book's really good, if I have another book, I'm just going to start reading the other book and forget the first book. And then I'll keep doing that and I never finish a book.
Maybe, or it could be a motivation situation. Like, okay, I have another book to read already, so let me focus here and finish with this so I can start the next one.
Yeah, but imagine I'm really thinking about a lot of our students and the way we structure our English courses. This is why we don't give all of the English information at one time. Imagine if you're studying English grammar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you buy an English grammar book. Do you need another English grammar book or another topic about English just to have when you finish that? I think it just gives you too much information at once, honestly. I think information overload is a huge problem. So for me personally, I would prefer to keep it simple.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Next one. Okay. If you aren't enjoying a book or learning from it, stop reading it immediately. Go ahead, Foster.
Alexia, I would like to hear your opinion first.
I think that nowadays you have a lot of resources to... Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Resources?
Resources to like read about the book that you are interested in and to understand and go to a bookstore and read a little bit before you buying it.
Yeah.
So you know what you're doing, more or less.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah. But imagine if you buy a book from, I don't know, the internet, and just because someone said to you that it was good, then you wanted to buy it. And if you're not enjoying it at all, why wasting time with that? Just donate it or resell it or do something better or give it as a Christmas gift for someone.
Oh, yeah. Give the shitty book that you hated to one of your loved ones. Great idea.
Well,
Alexia.
maybe you have a amigo culto that it's not a loved one at all, so pass it away.
I do that with books that I like, but I already finished. Sometimes I give them as gifts. Yeah. So to be honest, Alexia, the real question for me here is how much time do you have to spend with the book before you can make the decision to stop reading? Do you have an approximate number of pages or a number of days or hours?
It depends on the size of the book. There is no like number of pages. I had to.
Okay, let's say hours.
If it doesn't get into me like in the first 3 days that I'm reading it.
How many hours per day are we talking?
I don't know, 1 or 2 hours per day.
Okay, so if you say you've been reading a book for 3 hours and it still kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe you don't like the author, like the way that the author is writing. For example, I can't read at all The Lord of the Rings. I can't. It's unbelievable boring for me because it says
Alexia.
No, talking about the same thing for like 7 pages.
We have argued about Lord of the Rings before on the show. I don't want to enter into that argument
I love the movies.
today, but you love the movies. I love you too, Amon, but you're making that very, very difficult because you said it's unbelievable boring. No,
for me it is.
Unbelievably boring. It's an adverb. And that is just completely untrue. I'm very, very upset with you right now. So can we go to the next point, please?
Next point. Schedule an hour a day of reading on your calendar like you would an important meeting. Try commutes, lunch breaks, or getting in bed an hour early. I do agree with that. I think it's perfect. At least 1 hour.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
Do you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have access to your calendar. I don't see
I don't put it on my
Alexia's
calendar.
reading time.
No, amor, I don't put it on my calendar, but I made a pact with myself and I'm reading the book.
Yeah, no, I'm just very interested in this because I was recently reading a book and the author suggested that you should essentially have everything on your calendar, that if you want to read, you should have 2 hours on your calendar that says reading. If you want to sit and think, if you want to be on Facebook, then if that's on your calendar, then be on Facebook. But kind of his idea was everyone is really distracted and overwhelmed, and if it's on your calendar, it makes more sense.
Maybe. I don't know. For me, I made a pact with myself and I'm doing it.
Okay.
What about you?
I do not currently have any reading time on my calendar. Pretty much all of my reading is not reading. It is listening to audiobooks when I'm walking to and from work or doing something around the house. And I'm trying to change that.
Yes. Good, amor. And the last one?
What's the last one?
Keep a reading log and share your favorite books with others. They will send you even more books to read. And it was very interesting because when I bought the book that I'm reading right now, I sent it to my friends and all of them, they were like, oh my God, I really want to read this book. It sounds amazing. But none of them bought it or sent me like, oh, if you like this, you should read this one. Or I'm reading this one right now and I'll let you know how it goes. So no one is reading.
Yeah. I think that's an isolated example, but a great resource here would be Goodreads. Do you know what that is, Emily?
Yes, I have the newsletter every 2 days or every single week. I don't know. They send me the best books.
You have a Goodreads account?
I do.
Okay. Interesting. I do too. We should be friends on there. You realize it's a social network for book lovers.
Yes.
Okay. That is an interesting place for us to end the episode today. I will see you on Goodreads, Alexia.
Bye.
Bye-bye.